Hope y'all doing well. Look, here's the deal. There is a lot of things going on with immigration. I know there's a lot of concerns about immigration, specifically ICE, or purportedly they're ICE bounty hunters, right? That's what some people are calling them. They have numbers to meet. Okay, it's very clear. They're picking up people who already have status, people who have resident status, people who are U.S. citizens, and then like, let's sort it out later. Let's just go pick you up. Let's just go ahead and arrest you. Well, it's very clear they're doing it for the numbers. They're doing it for their bonuses. Okay, so with that being said, you need to take action. Now, I'm not saying against those purportedly ICE agents. Okay, I'm talking about taking action on your case. Now, if you're on this channel right now, it's probably because the platform knows that you either have a case on file pending or you're thinking about being sponsored or getting sponsored by someone. So you're on this channel for a reason, okay? Now, look, if you have nothing going on about immigration at all, then maybe you've been this live show has been fed to you or shared with you, not fed to you, shared with you for other reasons. But the main thing that we're talking about right now is immigration law, the policies and the procedures. I love to share insights with y'all. I'm going to be here for about 15 minutes. Okay. When it's during the day, it's usually fairly short. Usually in the evening, I try to go live in the evening. Less of that lately because I need my sleep. I realize that, right? We all need our sleep. So with that being said, here's at least 4 scenarios. And by the way, you're welcome to share. Welcome to share your ask your questions down below in the chat box, or just join live. You're welcome to do that. Now, if you want to join live and you're on Facebook and YouTube, that's how you do it. It's just scrolling down below and email in. Okay. There's at least 4 scenarios. Okay. There's at least 4 scenarios that you need to contact an attorney. Okay, the first one is RFE. An RFE, okay? If you get that in the mail, you might think, oh, you can do it yourself. Plenty of time. Well, yeah, I mean, it's about 84 to 87 days to respond up to. But look, that doesn't mean take your time about it, okay? Certainly don't do that. The second scenario is a NOID, NOID, Notice of Intent Denied. Actually, a lot of people think that the case is done. And that's because the first paragraph on the first page says something about denial. Okay, but it does not actually mean that your case has been denied. So you don't want to give up. That's the key thing. But the second thing you need to know about that is that you have 30 days or less to respond. Okay, and I say 30 days or less because you really need to have the mindset that you're trying to get the thing sent off at least a week before. Okay, preferably. All right, because some of you think, oh, 30 days, no big deal. We can do this, we can do that. We'll take care of it all in a couple hours. So we'll just wait until later. No, you shouldn't have that mindset. As soon as you get the notice intent, when we get the notice intent denied, or our clients might receive it like one day before us, we take action. We schedule a meeting. Okay. All right. So here's the deal. So even if you have a case now and you don't have that situation right now, that's good. I hope you don't get an RFE. I hope you don't get an NOID. And I hope you don't get denied. Okay. So that's the next scenario. The third scenario, if your case gets denied, you definitely need to talk to an attorney. Not wait till last second. You got 30 days to file a motion to reconsider or reopen if that's the proper legal strategy. And a lot of people think like, oh, 30 days, then we got to file that. But depending on the situation, that might not be the proper next step. For some people, the proper next step is actually just refile the entire case, but this time with substantially more evidence and relevant evidence. Look, we have clients coming into office or uploading Dropbox let's just say a lot of pictures. Okay. That's very nice. We don't have time to go through all those pictures. That's very nice though. We need at least 10 photos, for example, well, not maybe not at least between 5 to 10, 15 photos. Okay. And we'll pick from that. You need to have different, you need to be wearing different clothes. Let's just put it that way. Some people give us all these photos, but you're all wearing the same thing. So it's like, so all the photos were done the same day. It's a little suspect. Okay. Marriage relationship lasts more than one day, right? Maybe. Okay. So anyway, the other scenario, the fourth scenario that you need to contact an attorney, immigration attorney, is if you just have a gut feeling that your case has been delayed. Like it's just stuck. It feels stuck. Hasn't moved anywhere. Now, I'm not saying like your online My USCIS account, if it says expect the decision in 2 weeks, then all of a sudden it changes to like 18 months. You're thinking, what the hell? Like, what the hell? Am I the only one? No, you're not. It's a, I don't want to call it a glitch, but it's ridiculous. Okay. Don't rely on the My USS account where you type in your credentials for case processing. Definitely rely on it for other things if they provide notices and whatnot. Okay. By the way, again, you can ask a question down in the chat box below. So for all those reasons, go ahead and click the plus sign to follow. Okay, on this account. All right, and the bell. All right, for future notifications. All right, so let's see. All right, here's the thing. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask here. It's not easy. Hey, John on YouTube, good to see you. Yeah, I mean, it's been a minute on YouTube. I did go live on YouTube and Facebook a couple days ago as well. It's hard to honestly manage just one platform, but happy to be here. Maria's question: Can I talk about habeas corpus to put on in place of a person gets arrested? Can a person prepare the forms of attorney before, just in case? So for okay, so I think you're referring to Maria might be talking about a situation like if a family member or friend gets picked up, arrested by ICE, like can we do something to prepare in advance? And so normally the habeas petition to federal court is not the first step. The first thing is to file a bond request, a motion for bond in immigration court, which, as many people know, is a lot of judges. It's been reported that, of course, a lot of judges are denying that based on some shoddy law that they just made up. Like they just thought all of a sudden judges have no jurisdiction, but for many years, traditionally you allow bond unless there's actual facts that someone should not get bond. So, anyways, it pisses us off a lot. Like many attorneys are pissed off. If you talk to an attorney who's not pissed off about that, then I think that's a clue. Maybe that's not the right attorney for you. So, um, oh my goodness, the king. You've been waiting on, but in Ninth Circuit. Okay, you familiar, Maria? You familiar with the case on the Ninth Circuit? Let me know. Email us if you don't mind. There's just so much to know. I'm like every day I'm like toggling in my head, right? Articles, information from other colleagues sharing with us. So if any y'all have come through any information, you're welcome to share it. Email us directly. Always love learning, so we can share with y'all. Yeah, we're in the Fifth Circuit, so it's usually not too good. But okay, back to Maria's question to kind of circle back here. If bond is denied, okay, in the worst case scenario, then we file the habeas to federal court. Now, keep in mind, the other thing to know, and just in general, regardless about bond, is you don't want to if you want to play it safe in terms of have the most peace of mind, you need to think like Maria here on YouTube. Is that what can y'all do to prepare for the worst case scenario? And yes, that is talking to immigration attorney. Like, if I get sent to court, detained or not, what can you do what can we do to prepare now? And it's strange it's usually something attorneys don't say and talk about, because for them to help you start preparing, you would need to sign a contract to get started services, which is also awkward for attorneys or law firms saying, well, you're not in that situation yet. So it's a catch 22 in a situation like we all, like at least myself, my team members, and some other attorneys I know, we want to help y'all. So here's the thing. Quick tips real quick. is that you need to prefer one of the limited reliefs for court is cancellation and removal. You need to have 10 years for we're talking about specifically non-residents right now. 10 years of physical presence in America, because a lot of y'all have more than 10 years, okay? But we want to get that documentation ready to go as soon as possible for the worst case scenario, okay? So go ahead and get that ready. Of course, there's a lot of other requirements, but the physical presence, because that spans 10 years. Now, I'm not saying you don't need everything like a document for every day for the last 10 years, but try like at one every month. Like, I don't know, like spill statements, Netflix. Has Netflix been going on since for at least 10 years? Those subscriptions are not, because medical documents, it's not consistent, right? Hopefully not. But appointment letters, that can help. Okay. School records, if you were in school 10 years ago, for example, whether it's high school, college, some kind of university, community college. So just try. That's what we help our clients. Like, one of the ways is benefits with us is thinking outside the box, not the traditional like bills in a sense. Okay. Thank you so much for asking. John asked, "Is it safe to travel overseas with advanced parole?" I mean, we have clients that have travel abroad and come back, but it's usually one of those scenarios. Like, I recommend kind of like a weekend trip, not spend more than a month, which I think most people with AP don't spend a lot of time outside. And I know it's quite sad, but in general, people still been able to travel out and come back with advanced parole. So knock on wood, I don't know of a story where someone had a negative situation experience. All right, please keep tapping the screen on this one where you tap. If you don't mind, keep tapping until your fingers gets tired. No, I'm just kidding. But that's free. It doesn't cost you anything. You don't have to send me any gifts, which I find it kind of interesting on TikTok. But also, if you don't mind sharing, click share in the link. You don't actually have to share to a specific person. Let's see here. Myra. What's up, Myra? What was that for? I don't know. I don't know when you joined, but let's see. Thanks so much for the taps. Okay, let's get PopCon on in the live. All right, be here for 8 more minutes. What's going on, Pop? Hello. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. How can I help you today?
Yeah, I have a quick question.
Yes.
Yeah, a friend of mine came to the southern border. He was um he was detained and released um under ICE parole. Like, is it let me check the
Okay, it looks like you just got a call. Okay, a friend got detained, I think he said, and crossed the border.
hello? Can you hear me?
Hello. Looks like you got a phone call or something. You're on mute or something.
Yeah, sorry about
That's
that.
okay.
He was released, yeah, he was released with a parole under section 212D5A.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, now he has married his US citizen wife. He wants to adjust his status. Um, I don't know what process you think he should go. Is he gonna able to adjust his status in the US or in his out?
He entered without a visa.
No, but the power they gave him is lieu to I-94.
Okay. I. It doesn't sound like you may have all the facts. So, this is like a close friend or something. Do you know all the facts? Does he have a
Yeah,
sponsor?
he sent me the power form. I
Power.
read through it.
Uh-huh.
I said I have no much more idea on the age I need to ask.
Yeah, we can't give advice on that. You talking about he asked you to be like a joint sponsor or something?
No.
Oh, well, what form are you talking about that he
Um,
asked you to
the release
sign?
form. He was detained. He was detained at the border.
Uh-huh.
list him with a parole form section. It's named section 212
Mm-hmm.
5DA, and the form is under the lee of I-94.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So now he wants to adjust his status. He's asking me that if he's gonna able to do it in the US or he's gonna go out of the US.
Yeah, I recommend. I don't know what that form is. Okay, the 212 is a law, but I don't know the form itself is that you're talking
Oh,
about. So I don't know. Do you know what you're signing, or he asked you to sign? Like, what is it? What's the purpose of it?
the purpose of the form is based on his released. He was
Mm-hmm.
released from ICE custody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when they caught him from the border,
Mm-hmm.
I signed for him to come in. He came in.
Okay.
Yeah, now he just want to get married with his US citizen wife.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yes,
got it. I think I understand better. So you're wondering what you need to do with the form now?
yes, and
Mm,
if he will be able to adjust status here or he needs to go back home.
I
And
see. You mentioned something about a parole. So what we need to do is look at that, the actual document, because there's all sorts of different paroles. Some are acceptable, some are not. So we have to take a look. Is this something that have you been on a channel before?
this is my first time.
Welcome. All right. Well, um, before you share our information with your friend, if you don't mind, you're welcome to read our Google reviews. You just click here or Google search this right here, our name, Green Card Guys Law Group. Um,
Okay.
because there's a lot of attorneys out there, or some people pretend to be attorneys. So I'm not always dressed up. So, but I just had an interview today, and he's married to a U.S. citizen.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's good. But he entered with um, possibly with some kind of parole. So let's take a look at that. Okay, whenever your friend is ready to schedule a meeting. Okay, and there's two different types of meetings: pre-qualify, which I think is sufficient, or attorneys, meeting directly with
Okay.
attorneys. Okay, and this right
Okay.
here is usually not this much. It's less than a cup of coffee in America or Starbucks,
Mhm.
but it's reduced for y'all. Okay, whoever finds us on
Okay.
social media. Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Popcorn. All right, y'all. So nice to help out your friends and family. We're just gonna wrap up here. I do have to go get the kiddos. Let's see. I see a question here, Carla. Well, let me go. Before Carla is Papa Doodoo. You had your biometrics done 3 months ago, but not haven't received interview date. Is that normal? Yeah, that's completely normal. If you're talking about a marriage case, which I'm just going to assume usually marriage, look, traditionally cases take marriage adjustment status 12 months. But you may have heard, especially our client experience this year, if you filed the case after January 20th, when President Trump took the oath, cases are being processed, adjustment of status cases specifically, not other types, are being processed fairly quickly, like 2 to 4 months on average. It is wild. I know clients like that. We actually don't like it that much because some of y'all just got married. Some of y'all didn't really date that long. Do you? Okay, I'm not going to hear a judge. You do you. But when that happens, you don't have that much evidence. Okay. And so when you have a quick turnaround, this is what it's like, the Trojan horse of immigration right now, in my opinion. So basically, if you want the most peace of mind, you need to contact us. And that's the thing. Like, if I didn't say that, would y'all have known that? Like, you get your interview notice, you show up, you're like walking in there, like all happy, and you don't have a shit's clue. You don't have any clue, like, what the hell's going on, right? You think, oh, interview, just ask a couple, like, repeat the information that's a marriage certificate, and you think it's no big deal. No, it is a big deal. Our clients have peace of mind. I've had 3 interviews the last couple months. It is, I love it. I love to go to interviews. But what we do to prepare for peace of mind is to prepare clients in advance. Okay. Some of y'all have joined this channel before. or some people have joined the channel, the live before, and said that they had an interview, but they weren't even prepared. And I asked, "Did you have a lawyer?" And they say, "Yeah, they did." I'm like, "That is weird that you have a lawyer but not prepared for the interview. That doesn't make sense to me." So buyer beware. Basically, be careful who you hire, and read the Google reviews. But yeah, it's normal to not have an interview that quick. If it's like 18 months and still no interview date, then yes, that's when you can contact us. Also, even if you have a lawyer now, because most law firms don't handle mandamus lawsuit cases. All right, now to Carla. If someone is in that country, finish a 10-year bar, okay, got abroad, and the spouse has been diagnosed. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Spouse was diagnosed, okay, with term cancer. So the petition has been filed. Have we got it started with the case? Let's get going. Get this going as soon as possible. Carla, contact us. Let's see how we can help you. Okay. Sorry to hear about the diagnosis. If there's any way we can help out, of course, we're absolutely happy to help out. Even if it's just information only. Okay. Jessica's question: you've got a conditional GC, so 2 years expires next year. Got divorced. Congrats on making that decision. I'm sure that was not easy. Actually, for some people, it might be easy to make a decision for divorce. Can you travel outside U.S. and come back? So did you file? The thing is, so it's not time for you to file to remove those conditions. Well, contact us because in some scenarios you can file early, okay, before those 2 years, like before the 1 year and 9 months mark. So contact us, okay, so we can verify that for you. ARP, what's going on? And as soon as you joined, I gotta go. Okay, I had a short live show lately. It's been just super packed. Well, Jessica, I mean, if the card is still valid, then yes, in general, you can leave and come back. But if it's after the 2 year mark and you haven't filed anything to remove those conditions, then that's a problem. But sounds like expires next year. Fully valid. Okay, Jessica, sounds good. Lawyers, we have to like triple check, especially since y'all. That would be pretty wild, yeah. If you could like show it to your camera and then like show me, that would be a lot easier. All right, y'all. Some of y'all might have questions. If you want to schedule a meeting, you're welcome to do that. Let's see what else. Today's Thursday, so have a great Thursday. All right, y'all. Take care. Bye bye.